up, YouTube? Listen, family, it's Sunday night. Markets have just crashed. And so, listen, we got a whole different type of conversation we got to have, okay? 8 o'clock, typically, guys, the market or pre market opens on Sunday nights, and they kind of give you a early morning visual of where stocks are at. And with the war going on, with the volatility increasing, the seasonality, you add in some of those factors on top of the economic factors, and guys, we have a market that is already down. Guess what? We're gonna unpack it today. Do me a favor, I got a jam-packed video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, help this video get at least 1,000 likes. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. Check it out, guys. We do got some pretty decent earnings on the week, and so I want to take your attention first things first. Until Monday after close, you're going to see Palantir, for example. That is one of those ones for us that we'll be keeping an eye on. Now listen, whether they beat or don't beat, or whether they beat or miss, with the volatility that's happening in the market, you could see like, man, boom, they would have went up higher had all this other stuff not been going on. So just keep that in mind. You got Uber on Tuesday, Caterpillar, you have Marathon Oil in the pre-market, and then after close you have Super Micro. Everybody gonna be looking at that one. Rivian, Airbnb, Devon, Reddit. You got some good ones. Upstart. Okay, then on Wednesday you have Shopify, Robinhood, and then guys, Thursday Lilly would be a big name to think about. And then you have, again, just enough on the horizon to pay attention to this coming week, okay? Not as heavy as hitters as we had last week, but nevertheless, this will be some other good catalyst for this week, okay? Now check this out. Look at the heat map for last week, okay? And you see a lot of red. You see a lot of red. And so you can make sure that plays that are on the downside, you want to be looking for future opportunities, okay? So listen, let them come down to what we call a buy zone. Let them come down if they're going to come down. Coach, where are they coming down to? A lot of times they're coming down to where they came from. So if you've seen a gap up when we were running up, if you've seen a level that we were stuck at for a long time back in May or June or April, they'll just be retracing and making their way back there. Something I'm going to teach about throughout the week, okay? We want to get a big picture view so you guys can have a visual of what's going on and where stocks are headed as they come down, and then where they're going when they go up, okay? You need to know that this is a mechanism that goes up and down. Check this out, guys. The fear and greed index is sitting at 27. Okay, getting very close to 25. I wouldn't be surprised if in the morning it is below 25. And although we can stay there for a little bit, guess what? Stocks are going to take off like a rocket when they go off of these levels. So I'm showing it to you now. We're preparing and we're letting all of this brew, because this is going to be the bubble up before the double up. Does that make sense? But you gotta let that fear and that greed index come down. Let it get deep into extreme fear, okay? And then guess what? It's going to lead to a face ripping move, if that makes sense. It's going to lead to a parabolic move. It's going to be a rocket ship, to make it plain, okay? However, in the meantime, stocks are crashing in pre-market, and so again, that's going to bring the fear level down. We might even teeter over into extreme fear on tomorrow and at some point throughout this week, okay? So know that, okay, so that you have a game plan and you're not freaking out when stocks go down. You're having a game plan like, okay, Coach has already prepared us well, and months ago he told us August, September, the market was going to go down. What are you going to do? What game plan do you have in place? Whether you're going to buy more shares of companies you know, like, and love. Whether you're going to get in position for a long call back to the upside when these stocks take off again. Okay? Whatever it is, okay? There's no right or wrong plan, but the point is you need to have a plan. All right? Now check this out, guys. From here, although we got the fear and greed index telling us that, yeah, it's getting bad out here. We also have some stocks that we got to check out, guys, and we are going to start with AMD. Look at this one, guys. Sitting at 128.24. It's already down 3%, been down much as nearly 4%. $5, and right now $4.30 in pre-market. This is the overnight trading, okay? Now these prices can bounce from here. They can go even lower than here. I'm just trying to show you. Watch when I go through all these plays for you based off where they were at Friday and based off where they're at now. So look, they down $4 already being down $12 last week. So you guys get what I'm saying? So they were at 153 and they're already down 128. They're almost down $30, okay, in total, just when you put it in total perspective. Look at this one, Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, sitting at 208. This was just 223 on Friday. This is already down $11, 5%. Look at this. 7.6% at the low, went to 203. Remember, I taught you guys there's no coincidences in market. Look at these levels, 203.02. That is a level of support. They're going to go test tomorrow or Tuesday to the downside, okay? And so to the upside, you're going to have levels like 207, 212, 214, okay? So you're going to be able to make money in both directions, but you got to know and respect your levels. But this is a big move, already down $11.50, okay? Warren Buffett sold half of his position in this as well. You kind of wonder if that's kicking into this in any way. I know they were trying to stall people out on Friday. They wouldn't let it drop, okay? And so now look at this. Down 4% last week, but it was really a flat week. So they already starting the week down in the negative, okay? 208 will be a level to keep your eye on, as well as 214, okay? Check this one out. Tesla. Look at this. This them came from, it was just 237 last week. It is down to one. It's under 200, okay? Crashing as we speak, down 4.5%, $9.51 at the time of this. It's been as low as 196. Okay, so listen, this is what we mean. Let the dust settle. Your job is to see how low this go, and then you chart that out. Okay, so you watch these prices, you watch the charts, you go find a chart, because it's not going to show up on the chart just yet. So you go map out, where can I find 198? What level was that previously? Was that where we took off from? Was that a level of resistance? You go do the work so that you can know. This shouldn't be a thing that freaks you out. This should be something you either like this about, like, yes, I miss Tesla at 150. Now I might can get it down here 170 to 180 if we stay at this level, because we know we're going where? Back to the levels we just came from. 200, 230, 285, and once we finally clear that, boom, it's going to open the door for 300. I always tell you guys, though, they're not going to give you nothing easy. It's a long, full 12-month year. They're going to drag it out to the last day if they need to, or take it over into the new year if they need to. But those are still the targets, okay? Your job is just to get it low so that you benefit en route to those targets, just from here to 220, here to 217, here to 230, okay? It shouldn't be about holding all the way to 300. That's just icing on the cake, and that's the ultimate destination. But still, there's money to be made when you buy low and get these. And of course, around here, if we see them going down too much, we will make money to the downside, okay? We ain't ever hesitant to jump in and get money. Look at this one, has crashed completely. Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA, sitting at 101.56. It's already down over 5%, $5.73 as we speak. Look at this, 98. Who was the first person that called these levels out? I told you guys when Nvidia was at all-time high, I said this is coming to $95, okay? And so sometimes, guys, you're gonna be the bad person when you gotta tell the truth to people. but I always want you to know the big picture, okay? Us high IQ guys, us elite level traders and investors, we know these. We've been doing this for too long, okay? So when I come on, especially me, somebody that's credible, somebody that's consistent, when I tell you something, don't doubt it. Only thing you should be saying is how much time will it be for the things coach tell us to come to fruition, whether to the upside or downside. Every number I'm gonna ever give you gonna always be spot on. However, the time it takes to get there is what you have to come to terms with in terms of your trading plan around it, okay? And so again, when this was just 140, after the stock split from being 14,000, it came down to 140, boom. All-time highs, guys, it's coming to 95. Look at where the low was at. They already showing you 98. So as soon as we lose 98, you should be saying, boom. If I see Nvidia, this is how you process this. If I see Nvidia go below 98, 96, the next destination is $95. Coach told us this 3 months ago. That's what you should say. That's what your thesis should be. Okay, and you already know 140 is where we came from, so you know that is where we're going back to. All right, does that make sense? So now you clearly know the levels. So go build you a plan if you love Nvidia around those levels, and if they go lower, you just buy more because you're going to make even more money when they get back to where 140. What is 140? All-time highs. Look at this, down 10% in the week alone. Okay, so they are entering correction territory, and if they fall another 10%, that's going to be bear market territory. Okay, look at this. 102, we already below that. Okay, I told you 95 is next. If and when we lose 98, this is not a bad thing. You just need to be saying, man, if I get it at, if I already know where it's going, 140 and higher, they make new all-time highs once they get back up there. But you at least know one of the destination numbers. And I get it at even below 98. Say if it come to 88. Say if it come to 75. You just gonna make more money when it get back to 140. Does that make sense? This is how you look at these things as an investor and or a trader, okay? There's money to be made no matter how you go about it. And then check this out. The SPY is what I wanted to end with today. They're getting absolutely smacked. This was just at 553. This is now at 525. It is down already 1% on top of what it was down on Friday. It has lost 537. Remember, that was the real key. That was the line in the sand. So now we are entering the downtrend. 537 was that major level. Okay, the next level under that, which wasn't as major as 537, was 533. So what does that tell you? That's where we're gonna support. When we were way up at 550s and higher, 537 was support. That was where we was going to fall to and keep bouncing up. Now we fell underneath that, so now that turns into resistance. So now when we get a pop from 525, coach, where we're going to? 537, 533, 531, 527, 529. Does that make sense? And then we can obviously continuously go lower with the war, with more selling off, with CNBC gonna come on in the morning and do too much and hype the market up in a negative way to keep going down further. Okay, but it's just a setup for an awesome comeback into the end of the year. Okay, it's an election year, guys, so let these things run its course. Your job is to get these as low as you can, and we're going to do some plays together. We still got home runs on deck around here. So I'm telling them, come low. Matter of fact, get all the way to my support levels, because we're going to hit it straight out the park when the stocks get to where we need them to be, okay? But listen, man, a little long video today just because the market happened to be crashing when I went to record this. And I was like, man, let me touch on this for the people, because they're going to wake up to a bloodbath tomorrow. And if you have calls on Friday, you're going to be down big and unable to recover on Monday or this week at all, because that's what they're going to do, keep you pinned down. So you guys either got to be looking to bottom ticket and take it back up, or if they're going to keep going down, take that momentum to the downside. Listen, be in the Discord first thing in the morning. We don't care about none of this. This is called volatility. This is how we actually make the money. This is how you do the 100K challenge, okay? This is make your money grow the fastest when you get on the right side of the trade. For everybody else, make sure you guys are on the money team this week. We will eat. We care nothing about this, okay? This don't have nothing to do with making money. Matter of fact, you make the most money during these times. That's why we love it as traders, okay? Listen, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stocks using my link below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.